What's up, everyone? It's me, Tim, with the Gutter Growth Podcast. Today I got Alan Pursell with Snow Effects. What's going on, brother?
Hey, good to see you again, Tim.
You too, man. So how you been? Doing good?
Yeah, doing all right. Just recovering from a little cold or something like that. You can probably hear it in my voice, but made it back from St. Louis. Saw you at Transworld there and Transworld Christmas show, and yeah, doing a lot of
That show
follow
was
ups on that
something,
show. That was I have never been to a trade show. I've been to a lot of them in my life, but that show, every single person that hit the booth for us was an incredibly interested customer. I think it's just
Yeah.
because we have something that's, I mean, it's not like it's a new product, but it's new to them.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's been around a long time, but nobody knew that you could use it yourself. They just thought it was something that's the movies used and you can't get your hands on it. But
Yep.
I just think it was so cool to see people interact with it, and every single person that came by the booth was just excited. And I've never had that experience at a trade show before.
I'm pretty excited too about it. I mean, when I first seen it, I was kind of mind blown by it. And I didn't, you said that it's been around since like 1968 or something like
Well,
that.
our company was founded in the '60s by my
Okay.
father and grandfather, but and these snow products have been around for a long time. It's a cellulose based, like, basically made from wood pulp fiber.
Yeah.
But we've been shipping this to movie sets for years and decades. But for some reason, it just never occurred to us to make this available to, any homeowner can do their yard, or
Yeah.
people besides movies can decorate with it in a big way, and it's very affordable, and it just looks so stinking cool.
I'm really excited to just kind of introduce it to the gutter guys, the gutter industry. Because a lot of these guys, it's like that's their slow season, right? Like it's the slowest they could be is in November, December, January. So this kind of like could fill that gap for them, especially if they're in an area that doesn't have any snow. But even if they do, you could do it in interior too.
Yeah, and if they're doing Christmas lights installs, whether it's residential or commercial, I mean, commercial's where the money is. Everybody knows that, but it's um, yeah, and it's something that they have that other people don't have.
Yeah.
It's a service, and it's something new and fresh.
Yeah. Like I looked up my area and there's 6 companies that do snow, but all of it melts within 6 hours.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it's good. It's good for a one and done party. That's about it.
Yeah.
And that's expensive to get somebody out there with a truck.
Is it?
To do that? What I've seen, yeah, that's incredibly expensive.
I haven't priced it out yet. What does something like that normally run for someone?
I don't remember, but I remember looking at that and going, man, that's pricey. Like if you're just going to do a birthday party and want to fill your yard with snow, good luck. I mean, you got to have a big budget to do that. But I mean,
Yeah.
and like you said, it's not going to stick around for more than a few hours, and you're done.
Yeah, so this is really cool because I don't think there's no one down here that has it. So it's just really cool to bring a product to a market that hasn't seen it before. So I'm really excited about that.
Universal Studios is about the only one that has it.
Is it?
Yeah.
How did this product come about? I know you guys made it in the '60s, but what's the story on it?
So this is the story how it was told to me. I was born in the '70s, so I was a little kid, but the very first story that I heard about this was a guy was trying to make their Christmas trees white, look like snow. And one of these guys selling Christmas trees had a chicken farm, and he had a lot of white chickens, so he had a lot of white feathers everywhere.
Okay.
So he took a Christmas tree, he rolled it in white latex paint, and then he sprinkled chicken feathers all over the tree. And he started selling these things, and they started selling like crazy because everybody looked like snow. But he ran out of chicken feathers. So what do you do?
You only can produce so many of those.
Yeah. So these paint companies kind of got involved, and they started chopping up paper to, instead of chicken feathers, because paper was available, and and so that's how the cellulose became involved in this market. So yeah, so now that's what was put on Christmas trees, and now it's put, the movie sets wanted it. They're like, wow, that looks really good. It looks so realistic. But it was all done with a glue and something that is a little more specialized. But then the movie sets want it, whether it's a Lifetime or Hallmark movie, or the Tom Cruise running through the snow, or whatever, the action shots. They want something that they can take multiple takes in. So
right.
So cut one, oh, that didn't work. Let's do it again. Well, you can't really do that with real snow. So artificial snow, hey, just lay down another inch and you're good to go. Take two. So anyway, that's how the cellulose kind of started being used. And you see some of these movies that they're using styrofoam. It's terrible. Or chopped up plastic. Terrible. But the cellulose, I mean, you look at that and you can't tell the difference until you see the palm trees in the back, and where they're filming in California or Orlando or something like that. Yeah.
No, it's a really cool product. It looks so realistic too. Like it really does.
Yeah, and I think it's if you look at I lived 20 something years in Colorado. I know what snow looks like. And if you look under a microscope, you'll see little fibers in the ice crystals in the snow, and the cellulose really mimics that. It looks exactly like that, especially when you blow it out with a blower. You can lay it by hand. It's a little chunkier like that, but when you blow it out, all those little fibers just lay almost exactly like snow. And you put it next to real snow. We've done it several times. It's hard to tell the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I grew up in Florida, so I've maybe seen snow like 2 or 3 times, but it looks really real to me.
We'll fool you every time then if you grew up in Florida.
There's a lot of people in Florida that's never seen snow, so I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. I got this cancer association, blood cancer association, and they got an event that we're doing. It's called Light the Night, but I'm going to have a booth out there and maybe a photo op with a lot of snow, and just let the kids play and maybe have a little photo op going on, and camera guy out there taking pictures for everyone. So pretty excited about that. That'll be the first time I kind of get it out there to the public, and it'll be in Palm Beach, so it's a really wealthy area. So I don't know, I'm kind of excited to see where that goes, but if anything, the kids are going to get to see some snow. So
yeah, and that'll be a spot that, like you said, you have a photographer there. Christmas cards, I mean, selfie station. Everybody's gonna want their selfie in the snow, especially when you're approaching that holiday season right there. People. I mean, Halloween, people are still thinking like, oh man, we got to get the Christmas card photo, and I mean, put Santa hats out there or whatever. And that might be their Christmas card.
Oh yeah, because they could put the
right
hat
there
on. That's a good idea.
Yeah, because I mean, they're not gonna be thinking about that, but if you think, hey, get your Christmas card photo here, do it right now, and that'll get people going.
Yeah, no, that'll be awesome. I'm excited about that. So how long have you guys been starting to get it put on the market for, for contractors and homeowners and
Well, it's only
start?
been the last couple of years. We put up the website snoweffects.com, and we were selling product. I mean, that's what we thought. Just make the product available. It was. I mean, we thought the do-it-yourselfers would jump on this, and it's a big market, and they have to some degree. But I think to scale this is to get people like yourself, to get people that already are in that space, people that are already doing the homes. You have the residential contracts and the commercial contracts, but if we can get to people that like yourself and people that like your gutter guys, Christmas tree light installers, you guys have the contracts. So what we're looking for now, and what we were selling at or I shouldn't say selling, what we were presenting at Transworld was to partner with people like you.
Yeah.
Partner with dealers and installers. So I mean, you guys already have the clientele. You become the sales force, and we partner with you. We're really good at making the product, really good at it, but it would be impossible for us to hit every single application it is around the country.
Yeah.
And so we just ship it to people like you.
Yeah.
You do the installs, and frankly, I think there's more money in the installs than there is the product. But if we get I think
so too.
few hundred guys like you out there or more, I'll be very happy just to make the product and ship it to you.
It's one of
then you guys make the money on the installs, and everybody's happy, everybody wins.
Yeah. No, and I think it's something that's just going to be like the Christmas lights. It's where you got this like a emotional component to it, to where once they have that white Christmas, they're going to want that every year. So I could see like the return rate being pretty high on this, just like Christmas lights. So I think it fits right in.
Oh, absolutely. And then you think of if one person does it, I mean, I'm sure you've done enough homes to know that the neighborhoods get very competitive and they're decorating.
And
they say, what can we do to outdo, so and so? And I guarantee you, the guy that has snow in Florida or anywhere where they don't see snow is going to get the traffic. They're going to.
I can imagine the neighbors and.
Oh my!
I mean, I'm just interested to see how many my clientele base jumps on it when I send out that email, letting them know that we're doing this now.
Yeah, and you don't have to go all out. We've some of our videos we've done, whole houses or even that one. There's that one video in France where they did like a whole city block around the ice skating rink. I mean, it was
really
huge. I don't know how much that install was, but
had to be a lot.
My goodness, it might be a good retirement opportunity right there after doing that. But you do something like that, and you could do big like that, or you could just do, a patch around some props in the yard or something like that. But it just accents it. It looks so cool, and it's not just putting more lights or another prop. It's just something. It's something different and fresh, and it'll take something, a simple display, and turn it into a scene in an instant.
Mm-hmm. And not everybody has to do it all out, right? Some people just will do a part of their property, maybe some islands or some trees.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you look at natural snow, it'll fall everywhere, and then after a couple of days, it'll melt, and it'll still be around in the shady spots.
Yeah.
So there's patches of snow everywhere. So you could just use your imagination. You could do the whole thing. It looks really cool, but you can think of it like, hey, let's just say it. We're gonna have a party and we want walkways.
Yeah.
In the yard, or that's just how you want it to look. Yeah, you don't have to put snow on everything. You just put snow in patches and kind of make it not so it's like square paths or whatever. You just make it so it's natural looking.
Yeah.
Put it on your islands, around the trees, around props, around in the bedded areas. That just whatever you do, you really can't go wrong. I mean, you can't make it look terrible. It just looks. It's easy and it looks good.
Yeah. Well, this isn't my first time bringing a new product to the market, and back in my gutter business, maybe like 8 years ago or so, there was a profile that was just a square box gutter, and literally like none of the companies had it, and then I was the first one to bring it. And then next thing you know, like now the market knows about it. Now everybody has these machines, and it's pretty common for that style to get installed down here. So I'm kind of excited to see what the snowball effect's going to be like. As soon as the neighbors are seeing it and just put it out there, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think the snowball effect is, yeah, the pun is very applicable to this.
You caught that.
I've used it a few times before myself.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool. What is let's talk a little bit about the product, because I know a lot of people are probably thinking, well, snow's cool, but how's the cleanup going to be on that? Because you're putting out all this snow everywhere. Do you want to talk about a little bit about the application of things?
Yeah, let's talk about what it is. We mentioned it a little bit before. So it's, if you take, I guess we're on camera here, so I can
Yep.
show you. Let me find a. You take a piece of paper and you rip it, and you look really close. You see the little fibers on the paper.
Yeah.
Those fibers, wood pulp fibers. That's what we're taking. We're filtering that, bagging those little fibers. So basically, you're looking at wood pulp. It's not much different than mulch, except it's white. So I'm not concerned about environmental impact on this, but it is white, and so you're going to see it, especially if you got a dark, dark ground. So the way, easiest way to clean it up is to put down an underlayment first. It's like a white. It's almost like a weed tarp, very lightweight weed tarp, and it's pretty inexpensive. And then when you blow this on top of it, say like you build it, whether you want to build it 1 inch deep or 6 inches deep, whatever you want to do, you can just take that that underlayment and you can roll it up like a burrito, and then you're pretty much done. That gets thrown in the dumpster, and you're done. If there's something on the ground still, I've done this several ways. I've even taken a lawnmower with a bagger on it, and I can suck it up with that. If it's not too thick. Another good way to do it, if you have a leaf blower that has a reversible, so it's more like a leaf sucker, leaf sucker upper, you take that and it vacuums it up in a bag. If you're indoor, shop vac works well. So it's really not much different than picking up sawdust.
Yeah. So that layment was pretty cool. You showed me a video where you had it laid down, I think for like 3 or 4 weeks. And when you rolled it up, the grass was greener than the grass around it. That really surprised me.
That was one after 2 weeks. So grass, I put it on grass. It's going to vary depending on where you are. If you're in an area where the grass goes dormant, you can leave it down a lot longer.
Yeah.
But grass, just like any other plant, requires photosynthesis, so it needs the sunlight. But you can cover it for a period of time. It's just a matter of how long.
Yeah.
So I've had, I'm testing it in the winter months where the grass is mostly dormant. I can leave it on there for a lot longer. I would say a month, maybe 2 months. I'll be probably be fine. Golf courses, I know in Colorado, they actually cover their greens to insulate it and protect them. They're not worried about because the grass is dormant.
Right.
If you're down in Florida, especially South Florida, you might want to test it on the grass. So I live in Texas, and I actually just did a sample of the whole month of March. So the grass is not dormant anymore. We've had 90-degree days in March, and I put it down for 4 weeks, and the grass is looking a little pale underneath there.
Yeah.
But nothing that's not going to come back.
Right.
So I mean, if I can tell where I've had it right now, but probably another week, it'll all be grown back in and be fine.
Yeah.
And that was down for that was down for the whole month of March. So it was 31 days there. So it was between 4 and 5 weeks.
And that's with non-dormant grass at the time.
Correct. And I had a mix of zoysia, Bermuda, and winter rye.
So you're thinking if maybe it was during the winter when it was dormant, it might not be pale at all.
Oh, if it was in Minnesota or something like that, yeah, it would be. It makes the grass go dormant. Is really what it's doing.
Yeah,
it's not getting the light. But one thing it is doing, it's insulating the ground. It's probably not going to freeze under there if you're in cold places, and if you're warm places, it's not going to get too hot either. So it's insulating it, but it is blocking the sunlight. So you don't want to leave it there indefinitely. 1 or 2 weeks, I think, you're golden. If you're going to go longer than that, depending on where you are, you may want to test it in some spots before you go all out.
Okay. And then you have that frosting technique too, where you don't put down anything.
Oh, that's cool. So we take a snow force machine, and it's blowing so if you don't want to build it up 1 inch, 2 inches, you don't use the underlayment to do this at all. You just blow it straight on the grass. This is how we do hedges. I just put a video out on our Facebook page for snow effects. I don't know if you saw the rose bush.
I haven't seen it yet. I'll check it out.
Yeah, my wife has these beautiful roses out back behind our garage, and I did her whole hedge area with snow and the roses. It looks so sharp.
That's gotta be pretty.
What you're doing is basically frosting. So you take a snow force machine. It blows a fine mist of water with the snowscape. That's the artificial snow, and when you get water on paper, it's like a spitball.
Yeah.
And you can stick it, but you can wipe it right off. You can stick it at the places. That's what it's like. So it sticks on grass, and it gives it this frost look, and it looks exactly like snow. I mean, even down to the close up picture kind of thing with all like ice crystal fiber looking things.
Yeah.
The fiber, it's identical to that, and it looks so sharp. And then with that thin layer like that, I'll just mow that up with my lawnmower. And when it's dry, it'll the grass will still grow, and then when you cut the grass, it just sucks right up in the bagger.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the winter, the grass isn't really growing that fast anyways, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, and if it gets wet, if it gets rained on when you have the frost, it'll knock. If it's a heavy rain, it'll knock some of it off. If it's a light rain, it'll just absorb the rain and dry back out.
Yeah.
And again, if it's when you put it down frost like that, it's thin. It's it's wood pulp fiber basically. So if it gets down in the dirt, a couple of mowings, no
big deal.
It's gonna get dirty and brown and
it'll be the dirt soon.
Turn to the soil. Yeah, it'll be the dirt real quick. So, but the frost looks really, really, really cool.
Do most people do the frosting like when they're selling this to homeowners? Is it more frosting or more laying down, or what do you think's a more popular thing to do?
Well, what's been more popular is to lay it down with the underlay.
Lay it down. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you get the blanket look. I think the frost thing is kind of a relatively new thing that we saw somebody do their yard and went, "Hey, why aren't we doing whole yards like that? Because that looks really cool." But it was something that we've done on hedges for a long time. It's almost like an airless spray painter where you're painting like that. It just goes so fast, and you don't have to be really, good at it, an artist. It's not like you're worried about paint running or anything like that. It's just putting this on so it looks white on the hedges.
It don't take skills.
No, it doesn't at all. It's kind of embarrassingly easy to do, and what you charge for the install. It's such a dramatic transformation.
Yeah.
When you do it, and it's unbelievable how cheap it is to do.
Yeah.
For the look that you get.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about trying the frost. I'm just wondering, what does it think about? You got a maybe 2-week lifespan, and then you got to cut it. just like grass every 2 weeks, maybe in that.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how fast your grass grows. If you're in an area where there's dormant grass, I mean, you leave it there until you get a heavy downpour.
Yeah.
But it goes like a whole bag of Snowscape, 22 pounds of it. It'll cover about 300 square feet.
That's pretty good.
That's a big area for
that's a big area for one bag.
For one bag.
Yeah.
And the retail price on that bag on our website is $79. So for $79, 300 square feet, you do have to. You're going to need the SnowForce machine to do it. The SnowForce machine is something
the
like
one with the mist.
Yeah, the blue machine looks like a blue barrel.
And this is basically
it's under $3,000 for that machine.
Yeah.
But if once you do a couple yards with it, if you're doing a residential, you pay for that machine. You might pay for it in your first job, actually.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But it's basically, for those who don't know, it's basically like a insulation blower with a feature that will mist it prior.
Yeah, it's a mini insulation blower. Now you can rent an insulation blower down at like a Home Depot or Lowe's or hardware store rental area that does insulation blowers, but you won't find the SnowForce machine there. It's a smaller dump on it. Now you might be able to rent. I've never done this before, but you may be able to rent an insulation blower, and if you can choke it down, there's some that you can choke it down so where it comes out pretty fine,
slower.
Yeah, and then if you take a mist on a mist setting on a sprayer off your garden hose,
yeah,
you may be able to hold it up next to it. I've never done that before. I'm just thinking out loud here on your podcast.
It'll probably work.
It probably would work, but if you're going to rent that, I mean, you're looking at least $250 a day to rent one of those insulation blowers.
Yeah,
you'll have a SnowForce machine paid off real quick, and it'll be set to the right place every time.
Now, can you use the SnowForce machine for when you're just putting a layman out, or do you want to use it with no mist and just an insulation blower?
Well, the rate of application with a SnowForce machine, it's you're going to be there for a long time.
It's
going
just
out
slower.
in the yard if you're trying to get any build. Yeah, it's a lot slower. It's choked down quite a bit.
Okay.
So you would definitely want to rent the insulation blower. So like a bag of Snowscape is going to take about 30 seconds to go through an insulation blower.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, but if you do that whole bag through a SnowForce machine, you're probably looking at 10 to 15 minutes for that whole bag.
Oh, that's a big difference.
Machine. That's a huge difference. So that's what I'm saying. You if you're going to build it, if you're going to trying to get any depth, build 1 inch, whatever, definitely go with the insulation blower machine. But if you're doing hedges or doing the frost technique, definitely go with the SnowForce machine.
What do the insulation blower machines typically run? Like if someone wanted to purchase one?
I've seen good ones on eBay for about $5,000. I've seen some bigger ones you can buy new for around 8 to 10. So it depends.
So your machine's actually way cheaper.
Oh, the SnowForce machine, yeah, way cheaper.
Yeah,
half to a quarter of the price of one of the insulation blowers. But that's not something that you can. The SnowForce machine you can't just go rent anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
You
guys are probably the only ones making it.
Exactly. And it's not, Home Depot is not going to stock that up in their rental department for people. It's specialized for artificial snow.
Yeah. Especially because no one knows about this product yet.
Exactly.
Homeowner market,
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be so cool to get going. Yeah. So are you seeing a lot of interest from the trans world when you went? I know there's a lot of out there.
The cool thing about Trans World is that the people walking the show, they're the ones that have the drive-through displays and the walkthroughs, and they're obviously interested in the product too. But the people that are exhibiting all around us, pretty much every booth in the Christmas part of that show, they're the ones selling the props. They're designing the props, the big archways with lights and the big theme stuff. These are the ones when you go into a shopping mall and you go in the entrance. I mean, that's what they're supplying. Those guys have the contracts to do the shopping malls and do the municipalities.
Oh, they already do. Yeah, you're right.
They got the contracts for that, and they're not only designing the sets for them or the displays. They're installing the displays, and so that's also a potential.
That'd be huge.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so they're at the show, displaying in their 40 by 50 booth or whatever it is that they have all their displays set up. They're trying to get the municipalities to come by and sell them. And so all those people, and this is why, Sunday, the last day of trade shows are always dead, right?
Yeah.
But that's where the people on the show floor usually get to talking back and forth. And so all those people that were showing at that show are also a potential partner for us, because they can become a dealer, and now they have the contract already for whatever convention center or whatever municipality that they're already doing.
If all these municipalities start doing this, it's going to get pretty popular pretty quick, I would think.
Yeah, once they see the videos of, you can turn this to this kind of a thing, it's jaw dropping. And if for the folks listening, if you go on snoweffects.com, there's several videos and pictures where it's a wow to see what this will do. It's icing on the cake. I mean,
they're really transforming.
Night and day.
Yeah, it's a real transformation.
Yeah, it's not just adding another light or another snowman or Santa prop in the yard. Yeah. And the other cool thing about the Transworld show, it's also split between Halloween.
Yeah.
And you get all the haunted house people are there. And that's probably about a good 2/3, if not more, of the show.
Oh yeah.
The Halloween
I've never
part.
seen it. I've never been to a convention that big, to be honest with you. That's my first time I've seen that many vendors in like one spot. It's kind of mind blowing.
Yeah. And I'm more of a happy person.
Yeah.
And the haunted house stuff, I've never paid money to be scared. It's just not an emotion that I enjoy. So
it's not something we want to evoke.
Well, yeah, the whole fight or flight thing, I get scared. I don't know. I might end up on the fighting side. I'll be like Merle Haggard, end up on the fighting side of me, right? And I don't particularly enjoy that about myself when I get to that point. So yeah, so the haunted house people though, they're all coming over, and they're seeing not only the snow, but they want to do like some scary ice theme or something.
Yeah.
But we also tint this same material with black.
Ah.
And now
that's interesting.
Yeah. So now
scary
you have
snow.
Well, we've been selling this to movie sets with that tinted as well, for you're going to do a burn scene. You gotta
oh, it's like ash.
Yes. So you got like a volcano. We had a big one in South Korea, a big movie, and they bought a container load of basically ash. They needed artificial ash, and so we tinted it with black. So it was gray, just like the bricks behind you, kind of that gray look, and spread that out everywhere on big movie set over a whole town.
Wow.
That they built for the movie set, and it was volcano ash.
So they can make this a scary component.
Yes. So and there was a documentary done not too long ago up in Ohio, and it was a train crash and all the fires and they had to kind of remake the scene, and so they have the ash gray, and then they have black on half burned buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so haunted house people were seeing that, and they're going like, wow, that's cool. We can now do like a bomb scene or a burned out room or something like that. And then not only that, but we can take the same snow and we can tint it blues, purples, reds, whatever color you can imagine.
Yeah.
And now they have texture, and now they have texture for walls or furniture, whatever they want to do to make.
Oh, because you could texture spray that.
Yeah. And they're always looking for texture stuff. So this was something new to them. And our booth was 4001. That means we're the very first booth coming into the Christmas show.
Yeah.
So we're right there on the transition between Halloween and Christmas. So the Christmas people are stopping by, But then we get the Halloween people coming by and they're going, oh, that's
That's
look
awesome.
at that. We can make, and all those Halloween haunted house people, they're all do it yourselfers. So
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
actually have you have this in a lot of colors, right?
yeah. So the adhesive we've always had in a lot of colors, but we're now mixing the Snowscape, which is the stuff you would put on the ground, with tints, and we're coming out with that here. That's our next product, hopefully for next year. So you think about like a storefront, and it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I mean, now you can have pink snow with, picture pink snow with red hearts, sprinkle all over it. Or St. Patty's Day, you got the light green snow with you got your emerald clover sprinkled all over it, and
that's really neat.
And there was a interior designer there at the show. Diane is her name. She was from Chicago, and she said, "Oh, we don't want snow in Chicago. We know what snow looks like. We're tired of snow by then." So, well, what if you had, you do a big St. Patty's thing there in Chicago, right? She goes, "Yeah." So what would your hotels that you're designing and doing your decorations for, what would they think about green snow? And she paused and thought, all right, now I'm interested. and she came back the next day and she'd slept on it. And she said, I'm thinking I'm going to do an Easter design. I want to have pink. I want to have blue. I want to have green. I want to have yellow. I'm thinking yellow snow, but all right, whatever you want. And so she wants that, and she's going to have her tulips popping up through it and eggs all around it. So, I mean, with the colors, we can make it any color you want.
So the designers are going to fall in love with this stuff too. I'm curious, did any of the Halloween people say that they wanted to maybe participate in it for Christmas, or they were just stuck?
No, like I said, take that back. Some of them do have walk-through haunted houses, and then they transition and do their Christmas walkthroughs as well. So there were some of those people, but mostly they're haunted house people or they're Christmas people. But there is some crossover.
Yeah, I was curious. I mean, after seeing all that, I didn't know if I was interested in Halloween or not, but I decided I'm not.
You have a different personality like me, where you?
Yeah, I like to be happy. I don't know if it was the dead baby that I seen, the little blue baby. I mean, some of that stuff was just like, I couldn't handle it.
No, it's not. And you know what? You're walking down the street, and I'm just wondering if people that are ordinarily down there, and they, you could tell the Christmas people from the Halloween people.
Yeah.
and you're walking down the street after the show to get to your hotel or whatever. And I've never seen so many black shirts except for coming out of like a concert or something like that. I've never seen so many black shirts in one spot before. It was definitely, you could tell the Halloween people from the Christmas people just by the shirt on their back.
Night and day.
Yeah.
No, but I'm glad I went. It was just so eye-opening, just from a because I got the Gutter Summit. So just from a convention perspective, it was just so eye-opening seeing that.
Yeah, was that your first time?
Yeah.
That was my first time too. Our sales manager Kevin and Deb, another one of our salespeople, were there last year. That was our first show in there a year ago. Yeah, this was my first time at the show. They said, "Alan, you got to come to this." And since we're doing the dealer thing, I presented before. Yeah, I thought we're gonna get a lot of traffic just off of this, and sure enough, we did. So
yeah, I'll probably be back next year. I got another Christmas convention I'm going to in July, I think.
Yeah.
So you'll probably be there. The one in Dallas, I forget the name of it.
Oh, yeah. Was it? I think it's Christmas Expo or something like that.
Yeah, Christmas Expo. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be there. I have a conflict there in July, but our sales manager Kevin Torline and Deb Arrow, I think, are going to be there.
Yep. So I like to go to all of them if I can. I find so much value in going to those places, not just for, if I didn't go to the Red Sleigh, I would have never ran into you. And,
you never know who you're going to meet.
Yeah.
Or new idea. Or the other thing that's just, for me, it gets my creative mind going. and all these ideas coming at once, and it's motivating for me to come up with new things. Like now I'm after talking to these interior designers, like I'm really gung ho on doing the color thing. Before I was like, oh yeah, we could do colors, and now I'm going like, we got to do colors.
Now you're excited about it.
Yeah. And when you have that vision, good things come out of it, and so it really produces a vision.
I tell people all the time, like just one little perception or one little mind change or one little idea can really just change everything. And when you put yourself in these rooms, like just it happens.
Well, you're sharing ideas,
Mm-hmm.
and look at just the history of civilization. Look at the change in technology in the last 100 years.
Yep.
And then you take the internet, which I didn't grow up with the internet.
Right.
Windows 95 came out right when I graduated college, so we didn't have yeah. So being able to communicate just how just light speed on technology and innovation the last 10 years, the last 5 years, and now with AI, oh my gosh. But that's kind of like that. Everybody's sharing ideas.
Yeah.
And it's you find the next thing.
Yeah, it's like
thing.
Ben Franklin and I think Thomas Edison and all them. They had mastermind groups where they would just get together and talk together. But it's like when you got more than one brain, you end up having like a super brain, because all these ideas are filtering, and it's just I don't know.
Yeah, they had to send letters to each other.
Yeah,
and they couldn't just meet on a
dime. Yeah,
on a podcast or a Zoom call or whatever. I mean, it's amazing what we can do. So those trade shows, it's kind of like that. You got all those people in the same area, and a lot of creative, super creative people.
Oh yeah,
and you got the creative people, you got the business minded people, and you got the people with connections to this and that, and they're all there in one spot, and it's not just at the show. If you're not going out at night and you're not sitting around, just shooting the breeze with people, you never know who you're going to run into. We got contacts from people I had no idea. No, I mean, you sat down because there was an empty chair and your feet were sore. You're talking to the person next to you. Next thing you know, you got a contact that you've been looking for the last 3 years to find.
It's so true.
And they're the connections. You're one or two steps away, kind of like the Kevin Bacon game, right? You're instead of 3 degrees of separation, you might be 1 degree of separation from that account that you were looking for years.
That's true, because they say we're only a few degrees away from everybody, right?
Exactly. But at that show, I guarantee you're probably 1 degree away. Yeah. Even the person that you sit next to at the bar that you had no idea if they were, the janitor of the hotel or part of the show or what, you're going to learn something from them.
My whole life changed when I started going to events. I mean, I wouldn't even be in the Christmas light space if I didn't go to an event that, started giving me ideas and sparking my mind. So I don't know why everyone doesn't do it, but I think you should go as many as you can throughout the year.
Yeah, it's hard. It's, I get it. Some people don't like to travel, or they just can't. They got family commitments.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hard to do everything. But yeah, if you can, definitely try to go to at least one a year.
So what I was impressed with when you actually had like a test for me to take in order to become a vendor. I thought that was really cool because it was really educational. Like it actually helped out a lot because I was learning through the test. But if someone wants to add this as a service rather than a lights business or even a gutter guy that's just trying to be busy in December, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you and get something going?
So the best way is to go on to snowfx.com/dealers, or it's one of the tabs on the website. So snowfx.com dealers, and it'll show you. It'll kind of tell you what to do. I have it up on my other screen here, and if you scroll down a little bit, it'll have a section where all you got to do is put in your name, your business name, your phone number, your email, and your address. and say you're interested in becoming a dealer. And then we're going to send you an agreement to say, okay, if you're going to be a dealer, we want to make sure that we don't want just anybody to be a dealer. We don't want anybody that, any kid in the neighborhood that's mowing lawns. We don't, that's not how we want to be a dealer. We want somebody that's has a legitimate business, that's insured, and wants to take this. We want somebody that wants to take this to the level and present this to their customers they already have. So they're going to sign an agreement, send us the insurance certificate, and then we're going to give them materials to know what the product is. And part of that is a test that you talked about. It's an open book test. And the point of it, I mean, I felt really weird to
it's really good
to send a test to a grown adult. It's like, wait, I went to school a long time ago. I don't want to take another test in my life.
yeah, I dropped out.
Yeah, the whole point is to learn about the product. So you're not going to a commercial indoor install and not thinking about, are there fire regulations? Oh, cool. We have a snow that's already fire marshal certified. Yep. We're going to use that for your installation. So if you didn't go through that reading material, take that test, that probably never would have occurred to you.
Right. You would have given the wrong product.
Exactly. And so then the fire marshal comes and goes like, you got to get that out of here. And now you just wasted all your time. You're doing a cleanup and you have to go back and do a reinstall with the right product. If you knew the stuff before you went into it, you would have had it down. You would have been able to charge more for that, a premium install with a flame retardant, and you're not going to mess things up. So it's not rocket science. It's really easy, but it's product awareness to know what you're dealing with, to know how to answer all the stupid questions that you're going to get that we've already gotten and know how to answer it. We're going to give you those answers, and then you're going to take this test. You send it back to us. We're going to review, go over it with you. We're going to certify you as a dealer, and now you're going to be able to get 20 to 30% off as your dealer price off of our list price, so you can make money on the product and you can feel comfortable doing the installs. And we're going to also give you the marketing materials, so you don't have to go and reinvent the wheel and do your own test and take pictures. You're going to use our pictures. You're going to use our videos we've already done, and you can use that for your marketing materials, that for your flyers, that for your website. We're going to give you full access to that stuff. So now, and also a business model. How do I quote this stuff? Do I charge by the pound? Do I charge, by my time? What do I do? You just charge by the square foot, and we'll give you ranges. Residential is going to fall in this range. Commercial is going to fall in this range. You're going to know your market area better than we do. So you can kind of say, I think this market will bear, $2 a square foot, or I think it's going to bear $5 a square foot.
Right.
And so you know your cost, you know what you make, you have an idea about your time to install. You're going to know what equipment you're going to need to do it, how much it's going to cost. And now you have a good business plan going into this before you even do your first bid. And then we're going to hold your hand and walk you through the first few bids, so you feel comfortable knowing what you're doing. And then you can start driving the truck from there.
I'll tell you what, it was helpful because I took a test. I learned a lot by taking it. I think I aced it, but then we talked about it, and we had, he had some ideas and stuff that, in that talk where you could do it this way too. And so it was just really, eye-opening and helpful. And it's good to have that support, right? Because a lot of times you just don't have the support with people you're working with.
Yeah. Just to talk through a project.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And between myself, Kevin, Alexis, Chris, Paul, we've all done installs. And so we're all very familiar with the product. So we can talk people through what they need for pretty much any situation.
I was at the gym this morning. I got my first snow client. So,
nice.
Yeah. He's like, you're doing my house when winter comes. So
yeah, were you showing pictures the videos of?
Yeah, I was showing them the video. The ones you sent me, I was showing them the frosted ground, and so he was like, wow. It's like, you got to do my house. So
sweet. No, it's an easy sell when you see the before and after pictures and the transformation. So yeah, I encourage you to go to snowfx.com and then look at the dealer page. It kind of shows you some of the business models and everything I just said that you get. It's on there.
Well, I feel a real responsibility being the first in my area. I'm gonna set the price right. So,
Well, yeah, get it there.
yeah, I
Get
don't
it
want to
there.
come in so low and then like eventually someone else gonna. I just don't want to set. I want to set the standard where it should be. I feel like that with every business. Like if you want to run a really good business and you want to be able to afford running a real business, like having someone answering the phone and having estimators and having employees, then you should be priced to be able to do that. And I think too many trades are just coming in and way undercutting where it should be, and that's why they never really are able to grow. So,
well, right, you're it's like you're making the donuts, you're doing the business end. If you're doing everything yourself, you can't scale it. You can't, and you're going to burn out really quick if you're doing everything.
So I want to come in and do it right, but I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, very cool. Well, I'm looking forward to it too. You're going to do a you mentioned about doing a house yourself here this spring or the summer. Are you going to do one?
Yeah, I want to do my house and just see how long I could. I just want to play with the grass, really, see how long I could keep it out there, and before I start doing it on homeowners. But I think the first time I'll put it out there will be at that Blood Cancer Association.
Yeah,
and that'll probably be the very first application I do, besides kind of just playing around with me and my friends' houses right now.
Yeah, do your house, your friend's house, send some, give us some before and after pics of that.
Yeah.
And then I'm curious to how the, what you see on, if your grass was it different than mine, the test that I did on mine in Texas.
Yeah. I think I have what's the name of that? It's not Bahia. It's more of like that hard grass. What's that called?
I have
What are
no
some
idea.
grass names?
I know zoysia, Bermuda, rye, Kentucky blue, Bermuda. Yeah. Bermuda's pretty. My experience with Bermuda is pretty hardy.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a little like hard grass, kind of.
Yeah,
but we got all different types of grasses around here. Just depends. So I'm gonna play with a few of them. Just kind of see how it works out. But I don't know. I know that a lot of houses are gonna have snow this year down here.
Very cool. Very cool. We'll make more.
Yeah. So I appreciate you coming on here today.
You bet, Tim. I really enjoyed it.
So good deal, man. If anyone wants snow, go ahead and reach out to Alan. I think it's great. The customers are going to love it, and it's a cool business. It's nice when you have a business that you could be excited about, and I'm excited about it. So
yeah, it's something new, something different, and just I didn't mention this. I know you're trying to close up here, but living in Colorado for 20 something years, you're always anticipating that first snowfall, right? I mean, it's just it's like, oh, did it snow? Oh, it's going to snow, and it's so beautiful. It's just it's so peaceful, quiet, and to be able to, I mean, that's the experience that you're getting to give to a customer.
Yep.
And you're giving them an experience, not a commodity, not a product, not just something. You're giving them an experience at the same time, and it's just cool. And it's cool to see their kids love it. It's fun, and especially in the South where people don't get to see snow, to be able to give them that feeling, it's a pretty easy sell, and they come back for it over and over.
Yep. It's really cool. When I started doing the lights and I just started learning about the whole emotional play behind it, it's just like you're going to have probably a repeat customer for life on this product. So,
isn't selling an emotion better than selling a commodity?
Way better.
I mean, do the kids get excited about new gutters on the house? No. Do they get excited about the lights when they flip that switch?
They do.
Yeah, they do, and that's you can't help but smile when you see that.
Yeah. So I appreciate you, man.
All right. You too, Tim.
See you.
Okay. Bye.